The only difference between a hero and the villain is that the villain chooses to use that power in a way that is selfish and hurts other people. You have to cherish things in a different way when you know the clock is ticking, you are under pressure. People don't want to experience change, they just want to wake up, and it's different. When it comes down to it, I'd rather have an action figure than a Golden Globe. I'm not really interested in being a superhero. That's not a box I've been trying to check off. As an African American actor, a lot of our stories haven't been told. We live in a world where people can ridicule you at the push of the button. They can question you at the push of a button. Sometimes when you're acting, you only need a little bit of something to sort of channel or, transport into a place. When I met Rachel Robinson for the first time, she is a regal woman, and she was like a grandmother in that first meeting. When you play characters, you shouldn't just be putting on their characteristics, you should be finding it inside yourself. When you're doing a character, you want to know the full landscape. You want to know them spiritually, mentally and physically. I might have had too many friends in my 20s. The industry looks for white actors and actresses, but it's not the same for black actors. We have to really put the work in. Colonialism is the cousin of slavery. I'm not so keen on letting my car drive itself. A superhero movie is only as great as its villains. There are some stories I want to tell that I think it'd be cool to see an African American dude do. Nobody has to give me permission to write. I got scars from every film I've done, every TV show. Guys are natural problem solvers. They like to have strategies. I studied at Howard. I studied at Oxford. I would love to play Jimi Hendrix. I don't have a smart house. My house is very dumb. I can definitely dance, but pedestrian dancing. One of the first things I was taught as an actor was, don't judge the character. I don't read reviews, but I do get feedback from my peers and people I know, like other actors and directors and producers. I think there's a difference between a working actor, a movie star and a celebrity. They're all three different things. People have said, you don't need to do any more biopics. You don't need to play any more real people. I don't agree with that. As a director, it is important to understand the actor's process. I wasn't a comic book geek as a kid. I read some, but it was just like, oh, I have this comic book here. It wasn't like I was collecting them. They should probably have a James Brown aerobic tape. You would lose a lot of weight. I thought I would draw or paint or be an architect. I was always drawing portraits. My mom put me in art classes in the summer. I can't even imagine something being more fun than playing James Brown on stage. I'd taken, maybe some African dance classes a couple of times, but I wasn't a musical theater person at all. I think the most stressful time of my life was when I was in New York, and I didn't have money to pay my rent.